giving out sermons on these rooftops. Go.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you exciting NBA action. And tonight we'll see the Toronto Raptors as they go up against the Charlotte Hornets. And along with Grant Hill and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Allie LaForce, our reporter. Allie, take it away.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Well, LaMelo Ball saw this coming. He said, quote, "My whole life I always knew I was going to the NBA. I had my life planned out. I knew I'd have stardom. My whole life I thought I was the star. I can't even say I'm a rock star. It's something other than that. I'm something rare." Guys?
No shortage of confidence, Allie. Thanks for that. Looking now at some numbers for LaMelo Ball.
Over the last 10 games, he's been on an absolute tear, finding all kinds of ways to be a thorn in the opposition's side, just working on offense and getting the looks he wants out there.
So the Hornets starting five. At the forward spots, Hayward and Washington. Ball and Martin are the 1 and the 2, and it's Plumlee in at the center position. And for the Raptors, Anunoby and Barnes are the forwards. Fred VanVleet out there with Malachi Flynn, and it's Siakam in at the 5 down low. The middle part of the season can present some unique challenges. Grant, how do you maintain your focus as a player?
Well, it can be tough. It can be really challenging because it is such a long season. You ultimately have to keep your eyes on the prize. And of course, veterans know hard work now pays off later. You want to protect your record and start building late season momentum.
Now here's Ball.
Who's watching here?
And he converts the layup.
Well, the great length and the great size of the backcourt, LaMelo Ball continues to improve as an interior scorer.
Here's Siakam. That shot off the mark. Ooh, good D by Plumlee. Hayward outside. Now Ball. Coming off a solid outing against Toronto. Clock at 6. Hayward's shot is off. And we're about a minute into the first. Here's VanVleet. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
This guy is competitively tough and will not back away from physical defense. Go ahead, Fred VanVleet.
And that streaking rack attack is the Mobile One drive.
Yeah, and in close games like this one, BA, you need toughness. Guys who will run to the fight and get after it.
There's Ball with a 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. They faced off right here last time they met, but the home club just couldn't pull out the win.
Well, you know when your percentage from the field is in the low 30s, that means the game is not going your way.
Yeah, rough outing for their offense. You saw a spark here and there, but their main scorers just couldn't stay hot.
Count it.
Well, with Gordon Hayward's size, he can be a tough cover, and he's got that quick release, really tough on a defense.
And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. VanVleet against Martin. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, you think about the 2021 sign and trade of Kyle Lowry over to Miami. That truly was the signal that Fred VanVleet is the undisputed leader of the Toronto Raptors. It is a role, guys, he has embraced thoroughly.
The first free throw is good. For VanVleet, he fully took over point guard duties.
Yeah, his playing time really increased. VanVleet becoming one of the league leaders, in fact, in minutes, guys. But more than that, VanVleet's new role has him more vocal, taking on so much responsibility for his organization.
Both free throws, good from VanVleet.
Two-part equation. You have to be aggressive enough to get to the line, then talented enough to sink them.
Pass to Washington. Washington, a screen on Anunoby. Hayward, the pass to Washington. Oh, a nice D from Anunoby.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Flynn's shot is off.
1 of 5 to start the game. They have to slow down and just play their brand of basketball.
Ball no good. The Raptors have gone 1 of 5 to start things off. Martin against Van Vliet. Pass to Flynn. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Now when on ball, it's clear Charlotte has the pieces in place to make noise in the league for years to come.
Yeah, no question, B.A. They've got one of the best young rosters in the NBA. And they're balanced. They play tremendous team basketball. Fun to watch.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls. That puts him up 1 point in the game now.
And guys, so many great players coming out of Canada. The Raptors have converted a nation, not just watching basketball, but to playing it as well.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. And Grant, you think back to those early Raptors jerseys with the big dinosaur. They admit it was aimed at the kids.
Yeah, of course. I mean, rather than win over the older hockey fans, they went after the younger generation. And now they're all grown up and packing the seats.
And the Hornets making a change here. Oubre's checked in. Now the Raptors with it. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Hornets.
I really think the nail in the coffin was their missed free throws. That's usually an ominous sign.
I thought the frustration at the line was evident, and it makes it easy on the defense when you're not capitalizing once they put you at the free throw line.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Even as a forward, Gordon Hayward can run the offense, Grant.
Hey, B.A., he is a tremendous passer. Hayward's averaged over 5 assists a game during the season. Having Gordon in the front court really helps with ball movement.
First one falls for him.
One of the things I love the most about the success of the Toronto Raptors is how much the game of basketball has grown over the 25 years. Let's remember, there was a very lukewarm reception when they first arrived. But boy, have they made Toronto a basketball hotbed.
He does not get the second one. And remember, basketball was invented by a Canadian, Dr. Naismith. And the first ever NBA game, back in 1946, was played here in Toronto.
That's a fact, B.A., that I don't think casual fans really know. It took 73 years for the first NBA Finals game to be played in Canada, but basketball has taken root, and boy, you can see and feel the impact of that throughout the NBA.
Now here's Ball, a reliable offensive contributor, putting up almost 14 a game.
Yeah, just a little off his game this quarter. He's trying to work his way into a rhythm.
Here's Barnes. Ball with a steal. Washington with the ball. He's picked up by Barnes. Out to Oubre. Plumlee passes to Ball. Tries again. Again the miss by the Hornets.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
Back to Van Vliet. Here's Flynn. Looking at the numbers, he's putting up 7 points a game. 5 to shoot. 14 feet away. Siakam, no good.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Here's Flynn. And the Raptors miss again. Charlotte has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Pass to Oubre from behind the arc. Rebound by Van Vliet. Here's Barnes. He's guarded by Washington. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
You know, guys, there's one thing that may have hurt the Hornets the past few seasons: a lack of playoff experience among their core players.
And of the Hornets' top 5 scorers last season, 3 have never been to the playoffs.
And B.A., that can be tough when the pressure's on. They've gotten blown out in play-in games each of the last 2 seasons. But with all their talent, they should be in the postseason soon enough.
That free throw good from Barnes.
How about Scotty Barnes, guys? The 4th pick in his draft class, a guy who proved from the outset he was going to be reliable, efficient, versatile, and a two-way player. Pretty impressive stuff.
And the Raptors making a change here. Porter Jr.'s checked in. Both free throws good from Barnes. Well, Doris, it was only a few years ago that the Raptors won an NBA title. It seems like a lot further back, though.
It does, B.A., because we're looking at a much different basketball team. Obviously, Kawhi Leonard has moved on. Kyle Lowry has moved on. In fact, many of the key players from that squad have moved on. Incredible to think they have managed to remain competitive.
Now a timeout called by Charlotte. Chua's checked in for Toronto. Pass to Oubre. Smith left side. Ball outside. This one for 3. And once again off the mark by Charlotte.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
And Siakam with the slam.
Well, we know that Fred VanVleet can be relied upon to find the open man. This guy's so consistently good at it.
And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Siakam with it. Had a tough time getting anything going against the Hornets. Achua. And there's a whistle. That goes on Pascal Siakam. That's his first foul. The Raptors making a switch here. Boucher's checked in.
Now into the lineup for your Raptors.
Charlotte trailing. Pass to Richards. Outside Oubre. Can't get the go-ahead bucket. Toronto has gone 0 for 3 from downtown. Here's Flynn, covered by Smith. Here's VanVleet. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. VanVleet's got 6.
Boy, at his size, Fred VanVleet has to be so crafty on the interior. Defense has nothing for him there.
McDaniels a screen. Here's Smith over Boucher. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It goes on Chris Boucher.
At the line for the Hornets, Dennis Smith Jr. At the line for 2.
That free throw misses. And not many teams have as solid a piece to build around as the Hornets do with LaMelo Ball.
LaMelo clearly is a guy who has incredible confidence, incredible vision and passing ability. When you look at his ability to make the game easy for the players around him, and sometimes in transition to make those elite athletes look incredibly special, he is a guy that you would enjoy playing with.
And he sinks the second.
Guys, when the conversation is about the Charlotte Hornets, obviously there is a figure that looms large, and that's the majority owner, Michael Jordan, the man who has 6 NBA titles, the man who many consider the greatest player to ever play the game.
Here's Flynn. Boucher a screen on Smith. Here's Flynn. Count the basket. And the Raptors lead by 5.
This is what we call highly efficient play, working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Since MJ took over as owner of the Hornets in 2010, he's tried to keep them competitive.
Unlike when MJ was a player in a huge market like Chicago, in a market like Charlotte, it's much smaller. It's a bigger challenge to attract marquee talent. But I would say this, they've got some exciting young talent on their roster. You begin with LaMelo Ball, certainly potential there to build on.
Here's Flynn, pass to Achua. Achua with the dunk.
A savage reverse jam. That takes great body control.
No question. He was making a statement right there, man. Ball outside. Outside Oubre. The 3 is up. No good there. And it's Toronto taking it the other way. Knocked loose. Smith with it. Now Porter defending. Up the floor. Flushes it down to finish the break.
And this is what they're asking for from Dennis Smith Jr. Keep your eyes up and be ready to make a play for your teammates.
And Toronto calls time here. A minute 53 left in the first quarter of the game. And here's Van Vliet. In his last outing, 16 points for him. Oh, it's blocked! It deflects off the backboard. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. So that'll put Precious Achua on the line. Kelly Oubre picks one up.
4th team foul. At the line for Toronto.
What's up?
Precious Achua, shooting 1.
Boy, when it comes to Precious Achiuwa, guys, to me the talent is evident. A big guy who can contribute in a variety of ways.
There's a minute 34 left in the first quarter here. Ball passes to Oubre. For three, Smith. And it's Boucher with the rebound. And Doris, we've seen promising flashes from Achiuwa early on.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about the skill. The next step for him is focusing on becoming more consistent. If he's able to do this, his future very promising because he runs the floor, very switchable on defense, and there's growth opportunity offensively.
Achiuwa with the dunk.
High IQ of Fred VanVleet is why he is so good in pick and roll action.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Here's Richards. Pass to McDaniels. Richards with a screen. Smith with it. Now guarded by Achiuwa. And there's the rejection.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
VanVleet misses.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Richards. And the call will be against Fred VanVleet. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's already this guy's second foul now. He's either going to have to sit or play a bit more conservatively.
And some changes here for the Raptors. Birch comes in for Boucher, and Scotty Barnes is subbed in for Fred VanVleet. And the Hornets making a change here as well. Washington's checked in. Here's Richards. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. 6 to shoot. Charlotte needs to get one up in a hurry. And it's Washington missing. Outside Barnes. Up and over Smith. Oh, got it off in time, but it's no good. And so it's Toronto earning this break in the action, up 10. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Raptors.
Ever since this game started, they've been attacking on the inside, looking for ways to bust up the defense and get high percentage looks.
I think let's give them credit as well for the job they've done getting to the free throw line. It's been a huge factor for them.
This is how the floor looks for the Hornets starting the second. Washington and Plumlee patrol the paint. Smith out there with Cody Martin, and it's Hayward in at the 3. Now here's Smith. Pass to Hayward. Fires from deep. And it's Toronto with a rebound. They host the Hawks after this one. Here's Flynn. To the paint. Tipped away. And it's the Hornets on the break. And here's Hayward. Can't get it. He's now 1 of 4 from the floor.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, guys, Pascal Siakam's play had dipped for a while after he got the big bag. He said, it was like, you got the max contract, but are you the guy? That's something I really struggled with. But there's still another level that I can get to, and I see myself as an all-star, and there's a lot more to unleash. Brian?
Yeah, just now entering his prime, Allie. Thank you. And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. 6 on the shot clock. The Raptors need to get off a shot. Here's Barnes. Big men nowadays, Doris. Some of them handle like a guard.
Well, this is the beauty and the natural evolution of having to function on the perimeter. You want to be as skilled as possible. We call it being a three-tool player, Brian. Can you dribble? Can you pass? Can you shoot? Increasingly, you must be able to do all three.
And they're ahead right now because they're working so hard on the glass.
And bottom line, more boards means more possessions. That's how you build a lead.
Now here's Siakam. There's the block. And he's able to get it back. That one's good for 2. And the Raptors lead by 14. The Hornets have gone 0 for 4 in the second quarter. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Here's Hayward. Again, the miss by the Hornets. For Toronto, they've gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. Siakam finds Barnes. That three's off the mark. Charlotte has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Hayward, the pass to Washington. Hayward outside. Back to Martin. 5 on the clock. Smith outside. To end the drought. Rebound by the Raptors. Siakam's got 5 rebounds in the game.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
To the inside, Barnes nails the baby hook. Barnes has got 4 points in the quarter.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
Now a timeout called by Charlotte. And now it seems Siakam is in his prime. How do you see his place in the league, Grant?
Well, I really like him, but he seems to be an elite second option. Not sure if you want to build an entire offense around him, but certainly has proven to be an important piece to a championship-level team.
We need you to take the ground right now for your strong side crew.
Boucher's checked in for Toronto. Fred VanVleet comes in for Flynn. And the Hornets making a change here as well. Ball's checked in. Washington finds ball. Hayward outside, looking to end the drought. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Barnes has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And right now they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Now here's VanVleet. He has 6. Pass to Boucher. Shot clock at 5. Back to Anunoby. Counted from distance. Anunoby's got his first 3 points of the game.
Don't give OG Anunoby too much space, boy. He will rise and fire in the catch-and-shoot game.
And the call will be against Fred VanVleet. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Picks up his 3rd foul. We'll see now what coach decides to do from here.
Here's Washington. Last game for him, he picked up 10. Plumlee, a screen on Anunoby. Hayward, the pass to Plumlee.
Excellent defensive instincts leading to the quick reaction.
Siakam outside. Got a piece of it. Now here's Ball. Pass to Washington. Martin outside. Washington, a screen on Barnes. They need this. And the layup by Washington.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the three ball.
Siakam outside. Now here's Van Vliet. Siakam outside. Inside. Boucher, no good. Charlotte has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Hayward outside. Here's the three. Siakam pulls down the board. Siakam's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
This guy cannot get started, and the offense overall has been a struggle because of it.
Outside Barnes. Jacks up a 3. Ball with the rebound.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
Martin, the pass to Ball. Off target from 3-point range.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Boucher, a screen on Ball. Van Vliet against Ball. And the basket by Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got 8 points.
Now, Fred Van Vliet, never afraid to mix it up, able to take contact and get the shot off anyway.
Timeout called, the Hornets. Changes here for the Raptors. Achua's checked in for Siakam, and it's Porter Jr. in for Anunoby. To the right side. Pass to Richards. Oubre with it. Now guarded by Achua. Finds the open look, and it's on target.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Here's Van Vliet. Ooh, excellent D there from Ball.
And when you look at Van Vliet on the floor, you would think he gets targeted on defense. But for a player his size, he more than holds his own.
Now here's Ball. McDaniels, a screen on Van Vliet. Here's ball. Oh, rejected by Boucher.
Boy, if Boucher is nearby, I'd be hearing footsteps if I was a shooter. This guy can erase some shots with that length.
Four on the clock. McDaniels from long range. Toronto's gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Van Vliet outside. The quick look, no good that time. And Van Vliet, a very solid defender at his position, Grant.
Not great length, but strong as any, BA. I mean, he has great hands to bother the ball handler and great defensive IQ that makes the most of his athleticism.
Now here's Oubre. Richards.
That pass was about the location, puts it perfectly into the hands of his teammate.
Toronto shooting only 36% during the second. Martin against Barnes. Pass to Boucher. Now Van Vliet. Achua with a screen on ball. Van Vliet, the pass to Achua. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Second personal foul. First team foul. At the line for your Raptors, Precious Achua. At the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Flynn, he's checked in for Van Vliet. Both good from the line that time. If they're going to go on a run, Grant, there's no better time than right now.
You're so right, BA. I think they definitely expected a closer game than this.
Now here's Oubre.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Back to Richards. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Excellent recognition from Kelly Oubre right there. So solid, sensing when one of his guys is open.
It's Barnes on the wing. No good. A bit long that time. The Hornets shooting just 24% in this one. Not great. Tries to break his ice. And the nice bucket inside from Ball. Ball's got his second bucket of the night.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Achua up top. Oh, they pick off the pass. Now here's Ball. He's covered closely. The shot, no good. And it's Toronto taking it the other way. Earlier in the game, they led by 19. Pass to Barnes. Up and in from the low block. Barnes has got his third bucket of the night.
Boy, Scotty Barnes, the complete package. Nice interior finish there.
Ball passes to Oubre. Ball, a screen on Porter. Back to Ball. 34 seconds left in the first half. With a 9-footer, and he hits the jumper. Ball's got 6.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
Over to the wing. Here's Achua. It's blocked. Now Ball. He has 6. Uses the glass on the layup. Give him 8.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Achua for 3. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And so it's Toronto, closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. Their play has earned them a nice lead, one they'll look to build on as the game continues. We'll be right back after this word.
Hey folks, getting into that first half, Fred VanVleet doing all sorts of damage. What a tremendous first half from him, carrying his team.
Reminds me a lot of me. I mean, I got to carry Shaq during a lot of these segments. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I think he's half asleep on the set. See? You know what I'm saying? That's half asleep because he's snoring just a little bit. See?
What happened?
And circling back to the game at hand, guys, the deficit is looming large right now for the Hornets.
They couldn't get anything from beyond the arc. Obviously, plenty of bad shots, but they couldn't even hit wide open ones. They need to regroup, I'm telling you, regroup with some kind of rhythm and get on pace.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Man, you got to like what we're seeing from Precious Achiuwa.
Through the first two quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far, unstoppable.
And for the Raptors, they're shooting 35% so far in this one. Barnes and Siakam serve as the big men as they go small. VanVleet teams with Anunoby on the perimeter. And it's Flynn in at the point guard position. That's the group for Nick Nurse getting going here in the second half. Pass to Richards. Up top, Hayward. He's covered by Siakam. Here's Richards. It's wide right, hits off the rim.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Here's Flynn. Down low. Here's Siakam. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Sometimes it's hard to believe looking at him now, but Pascal Siakam was drafted late in the first round back in 2016. Think about it. This was the 27th pick at one point.
That's good from Siakam. And you can bet a lot of teams are kicking themselves now for not selecting Siakam.
Well, you have to be able to see what the potential in the future is. And Pascal Siakam has morphed into a highly productive offensive player. And the key here, guys, is there's still much room for growth. He gets more and more dangerous by the year.
Ball with it. Puts it up from 15. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Siakam's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Pass to Van Vliet. Back to Siakam. Shot clock at 6. Over Plumlee. And it's off the back of the rim. No good.
More often than not, he'll cash it in from that area. The defense might have done just enough to bother him.
Martin against Van Vliet. Martin, the pass to Washington. To the left side wing. Plumlee finds ball. Back to Plumlee. Oh, it's stolen by Siakam. Ball against Barnes. And it's Gordon Hayward with the foul. That's his first foul of the game. And now it's time to take another view of that huge swat.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
Siakam against Plumlee. Here's Flynn. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Siakam. Flynn's got 5.
I'll tell you, Pascal Siakam has shown he is more than capable of passing the rock.
That was another look at our Mobile One drive of the game just a moment ago.
And you know, B.A., even with the game well in control, he's going right at the rim. I love it.
Now here's Martin. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Ball outside. Washington a screen. 3-pointer. And that one's good. LaMelo ball for 3.
Well, their first basket in 4 tries. Can that trigger a little bit of good shooting here? We'll find out.
Martin against Van Vliet. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. 10 points for him.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Now here's Hayward. A steady force on their offense, recording around 14 and a half a game.
How clever is Gordon Hayward drawing the defense into him? This guy's put on muscle, and he allows his strength to get him these fouls.
Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one's off.
Well, Gordon Hayward seems to get better and better every year this guy is in the NBA. And the thing maybe that's my favorite about him, he does whatever is requested to put the team in a position to win.
Birch, he's checked in for Toronto. Smith, he's checked in for Charlotte. And the second free throw is good. Here's Flynn. He's got 5. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Pass to Birch. Here's Flynn, covered by Smith. Van Vliet against Martin. Van Vliet, the pass to Birch. Takes the 3. Knocks it down from distance. Flynn's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, the defense has been lackluster out of the locker room, and that is why they are finding themselves in a tough spot.
Oh, stolen by Anunoby. It's 2-on-1. Jumps up, and he caps off the break with a monster slam.
Well, that's about being opportunistic. OG Anunoby so good at anticipating when he can jump and get a steal.
Now a timeout called by Charlotte. Oubre, he's checked in for Martin. Midway through the year, we've got a moment to check out the Eastern Conference standings. You look at Toronto, hasn't been a banner year thus far, but they're clinging to that 8th spot in the conference. And of course, Charlotte down 4 spots.
Well, right now for Toronto, they're really doing their best to rise through the rankings. Time will tell whether they can pull it off.
You know, it's got to be frustrating for them. You can't dwell on the past. You've got to think forward, work together, and play for one another.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Oh, it's stolen by Siakam. Anunoby on the wing, guarded by Hayward. Van Vliet on the wing. To the middle. And it's Birch missing.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Now here's Plumlee. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Oh, it's stolen by Siakam. And now the Raptors on the break. And the call will be against Kelly Oubre. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
Here's Flynn. Give him 8 points now. Pass to Anunoby. Siakam the screen. 16 feet out. And Anunoby gets it to go. Anunoby's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
This is where OG Anunoby is going to grow. That offensive game will expand to the mid-range.
Smith passes to Washington. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. They'll pin that one on Pascal Siakam.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
It would seem to me with P.J. Washington, basketball was ingrained in his DNA. Why? Each of his parents' guys played Division I basketball.
Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. All right, Doris, how has it helped P.J. Washington growing up in a basketball family?
Well, I think if you have 2 college players, 2 high-level college players, it automatically means you've got 2 high-level coaches who can help develop your skills at a young age. But the other part of this, the mental aspect, such a huge advantage to have people who've been there and done that.
Good on the second one. Here's Toronto with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run. Here's Flynn. Give him 8 points now. 3-pointer, Van Vliet. It's hauled in by Hayward. The Hornets have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Smith outside. Back to Hayward. Fires for 3. And it's Toronto with a rebound.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Van Vliet, the pass to Birch. Smith against Siakam. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
This run has been fueled by their Matador defense.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Toronto.
Well, not content to take what the defense gives them. I mean, they're attacking the gaps and getting the ball inside.
The other thing that's been impressive is really just relentless driving the basketball. Doesn't matter if the defense is there, they are challenging them and getting it done.
And the impact of international players in the NBA. It's climbing dramatically. Doris, in 1990, they played less than 5% of available minutes. Now it's more than 20%.
Well, the beauty is it's not just about the increase in numbers. It's the players at the top level in the NBA. Look at the MVP race last season. The top 3 were all international. I love it. It's a good sign for the game. We want the best players regardless of where they're from.
Now here's Anunoby. It's a 22-point lead, the most they've led by. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's a screen by Birch. Puts it up from 15. And he nails the jumper. Anunoby's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, you can see the confidence growing daily. OG Anunoby trusting that jumper.
Smith finds Oubre. From outside the arc. Again, the miss by the Hornets. For Toronto, they've gotten 7 of their first 11 attempts to go in this half. Anunoby passes to Siakam. Here's Flynn. Give him 8. Down low. Here's Anunoby. Misses off the left iron.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
Anunoby against Oubre. And here's Smith. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. 4-3. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got 4 rebounds in the game.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
And that's a foul called on OG Anunoby. That'll be a second foul of the game. And some changes here for the Raptors. Achua's checked in for Birch. Boucher comes in for Siakam. And it's Barnes in for Anunoby. Oubre on the wing. Oh, they need this! Sinks the tray. Oubre's gotten his second bucket on the night.
But he's got NBA range. There's no doubt about that. Oubre with 3-and-D ability on the wing.
Up top, Barnes. He's covered by Oubre. Barnes, no good. Charlotte has gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. Outside Oubre. Inside. And he dunks it down.
What an excellent post-entry pass. Good things happen when you make that next look.
Here's Flynn. Give him 8 points now. A minute 39 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Clock at 6. Kicks it out to Barnes. Over Oubre. Good work defensively by Oubre. And for the Hornets, they're shooting only 30% in the third quarter. Beyond the arc. And it's Toronto with a rebound. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
Barnes against McDaniels. Pulls it. Barnes, no good. And for the Hornets, they're shooting a rough 29% from the field here. Smith outside. Right wing. The 3 from Washington. That shot missing. And Toronto will come the other way. There's 37 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Pass to Flynn. Now here's Achua. 9 points in the game. Blocked! Outside McDaniels. And there it is for him.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
Here's Flynn. Porter with a screen on Smith. To stop the drought. It's not going to go for him. And so it's Toronto looking in total control with this 17-point advantage as the buzzer sounds. How about the way they've attacked the paint? This throwback approach is paying off. Back to the game after this break. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Fourth quarter, on the court for the Hornets. Ball and Martin are the 1 and the 2. Gordon Hayward is out there with Kelly Oubre, and it's Plumlee in at the 5 spot. Stolen by Van Vliet. In transition, here they come. Here's Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
You can see how well Scotty Barnes moves on a basketball floor. And I mean that north and south, and what hops this young man has.
There's Ball with a 3. Rebound by the Raptors. Porter's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
That's his second personal foul. First team foul. At the line for your Raptors, Pascal Siakam. 2 shots.
That's good from Siakam.
And really strong at the line since the break.
It's both from the stripe. Well, Grant, in the pace and space era of the NBA, it seems like the rate of free throws league-wide has declined dramatically.
Yeah, I love that, B.A. It keeps the game going. There's a flow to the game, and we like it as broadcasters, and you know the fans love it as well. So I hope the league will continue on this trend.
Now here's Martin, just 5 to shoot. Pass to Oubre. Up and over Porter. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Charlotte Hornets. On Saturday, they'll be facing Al Horford and the Boston Celtics.
And that game against Houston, this is one that they expect to win. But those games can be tricky. Remember, there are no free wins in this league.
Van Vliet outside. Siakam against Plumlee. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
That's his second personal foul.
Boy, Pascal Siakam can put a ton of pressure on the defense. This guy has a physicality that you love.
At the line for Toronto, Pascal Siakam. At the line for 2.
That's good from Siakam.
I think what's probably surprised me the most about Pascal Siakam is how prepared he is to be the primary scorer for an excellent team in the NBA. This guy has shown no hesitation.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. And Doris, the league has taken a much more active role in player development in the U.S. and abroad. Why now?
Well, I think, B.A., what's great is it's not just player development, it's growth in the game of basketball. It's interest worldwide. I think the league's resources have obviously grown, and it is trying to make investments back into the basketball game. A true minor league, international academies. It's a beautiful thing. If you love hoops, this is great.
Now here's Porter. Van Vliet on the wing. Three-pointer, no good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Ball outside. Oubre passes to Plumlee. Stolen by Siakam. Van Vliet against Ball. Outside for Porter. Pass to Siakam. Cash. Assisting on the play was Porter. Siakam's got 5 points now in the quarter.
After an ice-cold start to this game, he is pouring it on here in the second half.
Martin outside. And the call will be against Fred Van Vliet. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And with plenty of time left, that's his 4th foul. He needs to stay cognizant of that moving forward.
Birch, he's checked in for Toronto. Anunoby comes in for Porter Jr. Hayward outside. All right, Doris, let me get your thoughts on big superstar trades where teams are trying to win championships right here, right now.
I think my response would be, Brian, show me the one that's worked in recent history. Listen, it's a bold gamble, and ultimately, talent wins in this league. What you cannot set aside is you have to understand, do the parts fit together? Are they committed to team first? Are they willing to put in all the work required to win a championship? Without it, you won't win.
That one misses.
What you love about Mason Plumlee is there's a level of professionalism in terms of his effort and energy. He brings it every single night.
And he misses the second one as well, so 0 for 2 that time. And you know, Doris, in addition to the effort Plumlee puts out there, he's a dependable scorer in tight.
BA, he's going to get the vast majority of his scoring opportunities in the painted area. He can finish with either hand, and what is so underrated about his game, his ability to find people, to pass the basketball in tight spaces.
And it's the Hornets with the ball. The Raptors making their last shot. Birch against Hayward. Pass to Oubre. Just 5 on the clock. Plumlee a screen. A shot to stop the run. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
And I'll tell you what, this is a guy who doesn't take a break at all on the boards.
Yeah, doing serious work. He likes being an anchor on the glass.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
Here's Siakam, following the bucket by the Hornets. There's a screen by Birch. Here's Barnes. Offensive board. Charlotte has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Hayward. He can't get that one to fall. Siakam with the defensive effort. Well, some have said the NBA's next media deal could see franchises' values double. As the league owner, Grant, are you good with that?
You know, B.A., I think I could get comfortable with that idea. I just think it speaks to the product. It speaks to how we present and package the game. There's so much excitement right now. It's a lot of fun to be a part of.
It's one of the best investments in sports, the NBA.
No question.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Now Van Vliet. Siakam outside. Birch with a screen on Plumlee. Siakam, the pass to Birch. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Siakam. Siakam's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Now here's Martin. To the paint. Anunoby against Oubre. Plumlee, a screen on Anunoby. Looking to get back on track. Rejected by Siakam.
Well, there you see the wingspan of Pascal Siakam. Send it back.
And he lobs it up to the rim. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Van Vliet.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
Flynn, he's checked in for Toronto. And a change for the Hornets. Washington's checked in for Oubre. Charlotte has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this 4th quarter. Martin against Van Vliet. Ball outside. Washington inside. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
This guy looks like a veteran in pick and roll action already. LaMelo Ball just taking the defenders apart.
Siakam outside. And last season, new trophies unveiled for the conference finals, honoring Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Bob Cousy, Oscar Robertson. I love bringing up these names again.
I agree, B.A. I mean, these are legends. These were those that laid the foundation for this league to be successful. So the idea of adding a little hardware and putting their names on it, I couldn't think of anything better.
Martin banked it in off the glass. Martin's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, we see a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting nowadays, but you'll take that look right there any night of the week.
Van Vliet, the pass to Siakam. Back to Van Vliet. Plumlee pulls down the board. Plumlee's got rebound number 8 now. Here's Ball. Sweet little floater.
They're improving, but still find themselves behind.
Yeah, but this run started with tighter execution at both ends, and that'll need to be maintained for them to have a chance to take the lead.
Now here's Anunoby. Pass to Barnes. Van Vliet outside. Here's Siakam. And the Raptors miss again. Here's Charlotte. Big run right now for him, 11-2. Here's Martin. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It goes on Fred Van Vliet.
13 foul. At the line for the Hornets, Cody Martin. At the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
And he makes a first. Oubre, he's checked in for Charlotte. Both shots good from the stripe. The Raptors have gone 4 for 10 in the fourth. Toronto calls timeout.
You could really see his squad was losing steam. Smart timeout to give them a breather.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to find out what Nick Nurse was discussing with his players, and he implored them to be patient at the offensive end. He wants to use every second of the shot clock. He said, quote, if we take care of the ball and take our time and play D, this game is ours.
Thanks for that, Allie. Plumlee against Siakam. The three from Barnes. And it's Martin with the rebound. Here's Charlotte. This run now up to 13-2.
2 minutes remaining in regulation time.
Ball outside. Oubre on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Washington, a screen on Anunoby. Oubre can't hit. Toronto's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Siakam in the post. He's checked by Plumlee. Pass to Flynn. And here's Anunoby. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Washington grabs the miss. Washington's got rebound number 11.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Raptors.
They made the most of their opportunities at the line.
And they did a great job of forcing the action to create those opportunities.
And with this one safely in the books, it'll mark their 23rd win of the year.
And with the win, the season series is tied 1-1. You have to love how competitive these games have been with 2 more left to play.
Man, you have to recognize what a night it was for Pascal Siakam.
Boy, his activity really stood out to me on the defensive end. He harassed ball handlers, came up with steals in transition. You had the feeling guys were looking over their shoulder, worried he was going to pick their pocket.
Now here's Ball. To the inside. Martin outside. Fires the three. Outside Oubre. Out of bounds. The Raptors will take it. And some changes here for the Raptors. Birch, he's checked in for Siakam. Achua comes in for Scotty Barnes. And it's Porter Jr. in for Anunoby. Richards is checked in for Charlotte. McDaniels comes in for Oubre. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside Porter. To the wing, right side. Achua with it. Trying to get back on track. Flynn's shot is off. The three from Ball. The shot no good. So it's the Raptors winning this one easily. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
All right, let's go courtside to Allie LaForce with our player of the game. Allie, it's all yours.
Fred, no surprise, a great defensive showing tonight. What is it that makes this team so suffocating at that end of the floor?
Well, I think we're getting pretty good effort from each guy individually. I think we're finding our package defensively as a team, as a coaching staff, and just kind of gelling and putting together individual game plans from the coaches and trying to execute it.
No doubt. Thanks, Fred.
Allie, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and our entire crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for tuning in. And now we present the New Balance Player of the Game, Pascal Siakam.